On today's episode, Tesla enters the lithium game, Model Q rumors are debunked, Model Y Juniper is spotted again, Elon hits 2 trillion, and this robovan is made of wood. Here is a significant development from Tesla that has nothing to do with robots, AI, or new vehicles. Do you remember when Tesla announced that they would become the first company to refine lithium in the United States? Well, Tesla has followed through on that promise with the official commissioning of the new Lithium Giga Refinery near Corpus Christi, Texas. Last week, Tesla fed raw material through their kiln for the very first time. The company reiterates that increasing lithium refining capacity is critical to a sustainable energy economy. Tesla also brought a few surprises to the unveiling: 3 Cybertrucks flanking the podium where speeches were given. 2 of those trucks are equipped with giant packages, each one labeled Tesla Lithium. And we also get an appearance from the new Cybercab vehicle here as well. So to find the real reason why Tesla is in the lithium refining business now, we need to backtrack all the way to spring 2023. On March 1st at Tesla's Investor Day event, Elon Musk confirmed that Tesla has broken ground on a brand new lithium refining facility in Corpus Christi, Texas, claiming this refinery as the first of its kind in the United States. Elon stressed that the limiting factor is refining lithium, not actually finding it or mining it, because no country has a monopoly on deposits. It's pretty evenly distributed stuff. Elon suggested that there is enough lithium in the United States alone to power the entire world. But in spite of the fact that the lithium supply and extraction is distributed across many countries, the process of refining that lithium ore into battery-grade material is largely centralized in China. This one country produces over 65% of all the refined lithium in the world, and they leverage that resource to supply around 80% of all lithium-ion batteries in production. That makes us pretty dependent on them, which is a bad position to be in right now. Tesla's new refinery is the first big step in solving that problem. This is a project that we first caught wind of back in September 2022. A report from Bloomberg News indicated that Tesla had filed with Texas state officials for a battery-grade lithium hydroxide refining facility in Nueces County. This is a location on the Gulf Coast, just a little bit north of Elon's Starship rocket testing facility at Boca Chica. According to their proposal, Tesla said the facility would process the raw lithium ore material into a state suitable for battery production. The resulting lithium hydroxide it creates would be packaged and shipped by truck and rail to various Tesla battery manufacturing sites, supporting the necessary supply chain for large-scale and electric vehicle batteries. Tesla also said the facility will use a new refining process that they claim is innovative and designed to consume less hazardous reagents and create usable byproducts compared to the conventional process. The whole mantra of this new refining technique is clean efficiency. Normally, getting pure lithium hydroxide, the product needed for lithium batteries, is a multi-step process. Refineries create the hydroxide, mix it with the reagents to bind impurities, then turn it back into hydroxide again. Rinse and repeat until you have a pure enough product for battery manufacturing. Tesla is in a great position to streamline that process because this facility will only be catering to their needs. And so the goal is to not only skip the whole back and forth by producing an extremely pure hydroxide right out of the gate, but the reagents they will be using are very safe. Elon said during the groundbreaking presentation in May 2023 that you could live right in the middle of the refinery and not suffer any ill effects. And that design goal extends to battery recycling, which was also a big consideration for Tesla's engineers. The facility will be flexible enough to be able to process both raw materials and recycled mass. All told, Tesla's new refining methods should consume 20% less energy and use materials that are 60% cheaper than older lithium refining solutions, leading to what they've estimated to be a 30% lower cost on a per unit produced basis. The original plan presented at Investor Day was to reach full-scale commercial operation with the refinery by Q4 2024, which is where we are now, and things are just starting to get into motion, so it'll probably be another year before we get up to full speed, but that's actually pretty good as far as Tesla and Elon timelines go. This new infrastructure is going to give the company a significant leg up on the competition. It is totally unprecedented, so we don't even know how much of a difference refining your own lithium is going to make in the long run, but it's going to be very interesting to see how this one plays out. How many other companies will try to follow suit? Did you know your online activity is vulnerable every time you connect to public Wi-Fi or browse the web? Hackers, data breaches, and surveillance are real threats, but CyberGhost VPN is here to protect you. With just a few clicks, you can encrypt your data, hide your IP address, and enjoy military-grade security no matter which device you're using. CyberGhost works seamlessly on Windows, Mac OS, Android, and iOS, making it the ultimate tool for secure browsing. But CyberGhost VPN doesn't just protect your data. It unlocks the full potential of the internet. From accessing geo-restricted content on streaming services like Netflix and Amazon Prime, to finding better online deals and securing your personal information while shopping, CyberGhost VPN is your all-in-one solution, and with its strict no-logs policy, even they won't know what you're up to online. CyberGhost has over 38 million users and an excellent rating on Trustpilot, rated by over 20,000 users, so it's definitely one of the best VPNs in the world. Tesla Space viewers get an incredible deal, just $2.03 a month, 4 months free, and a 45-day money-back guarantee. That's 84% off regular pricing. So don't miss out on the chance to protect up to 7 devices with one subscription. Click the link below and start enjoying safe, unrestricted internet today. You might have seen headlines recently that Tesla is about to launch their brand new Model Q vehicle in 2025 for a price of just $25,000. This was pretty major news across the globe, but it's also total BS. Here's why. Well, the news is based on a report from Deutsche Bank, which covered insights from Tesla head of investor relations, Travis Axelrod, who was a key speaker at the bank's Autonomous Driving Day. Let's break down why nothing of all this buzz was actually news. First of all, let's look at the name, Model Q. This name was definitely not used by Travis, nor has it appeared on any documents from Tesla so far. It is instead a name Deutsche Bank uses internally for the vehicle. So this headline of Model Q confirmed actually confirms nothing. Then there's somehow big news that Tesla is launching this new affordable model in the first half of 2025. If you've been following along, we reported exactly these plans already when we covered Tesla's Q3 results. This is literally written on the Q3 shareholder deck. Plans for a new vehicle, including more affordable models, remain on track for start of production in the first half of 2025. By the way, we'd like to point your eyes to the wording here. Tesla's production for new vehicles, yes, in plural, is to start in the first half of 2025. So, ladies and gents, we have more mystery items in the store nobody talks about yet. Now, we don't want to jinx it, but we're hoping for a proper minivan or multi-purpose vehicle type of car. Elon has been hinting towards one just a few weeks ago, like with this post on Tesla Robovan is in development, some other things too. Also, this means we'll see some launch events happen early next year. Anyway, back to the so-called Model Q. All the headlines also tell you that it's now finally confirmed to launch, and the price is sub $30,000 with incentives. Again, while the fact about the price is true, this being news is not. We saw this confirmed by Elon on the earnings call Q&A, which we reported back on in October, where he said, yeah, it'll be with incentives sub 30K, which is kind of a key threshold. Deutsche Bank also says it will be built on Tesla's existing product lines. Oh, wow, right, what an insight. Well, let's again glance at the same Q3 shareholder deck. These vehicles will utilize aspects of the next generation platform as well as aspects of our current platforms and will be able to be produced on the same manufacturing lines as our current vehicle lineup. This approach will result in achieving less cost reduction than previously expected, but enables us to prudently grow our vehicle volumes in a more capex efficient manner during uncertain times. This should help us fully utilize our current expected maximum capacity of close to 3 million vehicles, enabling more than 50% growth over 2023 production before investing in new manufacturing lines. So as you see, there's zero breaking news here to go with. So why the hype? Let's take a look at our favorite digital artist and his take on how a new Tesla compact would look. Dominic calls this the Tesla Model Q, the short one. And here is his vision on how it would look next to the Model 3. So the speculation on its looks is all good and fun, but we've got another mystery vehicle coming up a lot sooner. Well, perhaps slightly less mysterious nowadays, the refreshed Model Y, codenamed Juniper. The Model Y Juniper has been spotted again with camouflage here and there. If our estimations are correct, we're only 2 weeks, and no, not Elon's 2 weeks, we're talking of actual calendar days, from this vehicle being unveiled. This would follow what we saw with the Model 3 refresh, and it's likely we'll see Giga Shanghai produce the first new ones, perhaps this time starting with the Model Y-focused Giga Berlin as well. Since we are keeping such a keen eye on this, I believe we'll be able to spot the shutdown for retooling, but of course Tesla is quite sneaky in its ways, so we'll see. So until we see the actual Model Y Juniper, the refresh of the best-selling vehicle of any fuel type in the world right now in all its glory, we'll have to settle with these quite likely accurate renderings based on the camouflaged images we've seen again from Dominic. If you're not living under a rock on Mars somewhere, which Elon tries his best to make reality, of course, you've probably seen that Tesla's share price is on a roll lately, being up around 146% in the past 6 months. As we are putting this video together, the company has now reached almost $1.5 trillion in market cap, which is an all-time high. Now, we don't cover the share price around here that much, more the fundamentals behind what makes the company a success, but it's still fun to witness. Now, let's take a moment and look at the broader ecosystem of Elon's companies that we like to call the Muskonomy. The most recent valuations for all of these ventures, including the private ones, are Tesla valued at $1.44 trillion, SpaceX at $350 billion, as just confirmed this week, xAI at $50 billion, also just raised the latest funding round, X, the social network, at $12 billion based on Fidelity's valuation, Neuralink at $8 billion, and The Boring Company at $7 billion. While Tesla naturally makes up the bulk of it, we are seeing the total valuation of the entire Muskonomy currently at around $1.867 trillion. Naturally, this also means Elon's net worth is at an all-time high, making him the first person in history to surpass the $400 billion mark. Regarding SpaceX's latest funding round that valued the company at $350 billion, Elon says, "What's really crazy about this is that almost no investors wanted to sell shares even at a $350 billion valuation. SpaceX reduced the amount of shares it bought back from employees in order to allow some new investors in." Elon also elaborated on the fact that it used $500 million of its reserves to do a stock buyback. "We would have bought back more stock, but wanted to allow some new investors to join." Now, all that keeps us asking one thing: how do we get a piece of SpaceX? We don't deal in financial advice here. You folk are a lot smarter than us on that, but we did find a few ways to get some exposure to the stock through some funds, even if not directly buying the stock in the company. One idea is that Elon should create his own fund us muggles could buy into, perhaps even call it the X Venture Fund, which would consist 100% of his own companies. We would bet the interest towards that, a fund that would only track all his current and any future ventures, would be huge. Thanks again to CyberGhost for sponsoring today's video. Get 84% off regular pricing by using the link in the description below.